Welcome back. It's Charlie Cameron with eXp Realty. I'm here with my friend.
Hey, I'm Albert Sousa. I'm the owner of Mortgage Apex.
And today we want to talk to you about the 5 most common misconceptions about the VA loan. Then we're going to throw in a bonus that can help you really build some wealth as a military member. So the first most common misconception is, even though everyone knows the VA loan is a zero down product, you can put as little as zero money down, that doesn't mean zero cash to close. So zero down just means you don't have to put any money down towards the mortgage amount. So, a 5% down or a 3.5% down or 20% down loan, as you commonly hear it. You could put 0% down, but you still have closing costs. And in the Florida Panhandle, I usually tell clients to estimate about $3,000 per $100,000 of price or so. So if it's a $300,000 house, for example, to kind of put in your noggin about $9,000 for closing costs. That doesn't mean we're necessarily going to have to pay that if we have the seller cover it. And that's more common in a buyer's market, of course. I've had clients get checks at closing table. I've even gotten that check at the closing table using a VA loan, zero down, and asking the seller for concessions. So that's totally possible, and we'll work with you for your specific needs for sure.
Cool. Hey, so the second one is we're putting zero down, right? Does that mean we have to pay PMI? We've always heard if you put less than 20% down, you got to pay PMI, but not with a VA loan. VA loan never has PMI because the VA does things in the background to back those loans, to guarantee those loans so that you don't have to pay PMI.
And just to clarify, PMI means
private mortgage insurance.
There you go. And so that's additional costs to your mortgage that you will not have to pay with a VA loan. And so the third most common misconception is that you can't use a VA loan more than once. Man, that couldn't be further from the truth. You can use a VA loan over and over and over. Uncle Sam thought of us, veterans, and said, yes, you can use it more than once. You're moving all around, of course. And you can use it both active duty and as a veteran.
Now, you can also, beyond just using it more than once, you can hold more than one at a time. So what we will do is we'll look at something called your entitlement. We'll pull a certificate of eligibility. All veterans have a certain amount of VA entitlement that they have. And we use that number and run it through a formula to basically find out how much VA loan can you use. And what you'll oftentimes find is that most people are able to actually have enough entitlement to have multiple VA loans. 1, 2, we've even seen some where they have enough entitlement to get 3 based on loan sizes. So just because you have 1 already, or even if you've done a couple, doesn't mean you can't have more than 1 if you get orders to a new duty station.
Now, the math on this can be kind of complicated. So what you're going to want to do is reach out to Albert and his team.
We'll handle that.
They can uncomplicate this. They'll pull your COA and they will tell you exactly, if you already have an open VA loan, how much eligibility you have remaining for your next one.
So let's talk a little bit about why you have zero PMI, why you have this entitlement. It's all based on backing this VA loan. And so part of that is having a funding fee. You may have heard this term, funding fee. And basically the VA will take a certain percentage of your loan amount, somewhere between 1% and 3%, and they will take those dollars and put it into a pool to back these VA loans. Now, the best part, though, is that you don't have to pay for that out of pocket. We talked about those closing costs. That's not something you have to pay out of pocket. That's something that just gets rolled into the loan on the back end. So it's very, very minimal as far as it impacts your monthly payment, but it allows for you to take all of these juicy benefits of the VA loan and have them.
Yeah, so the myth there is that we'd have to come out of pocket for that funding fee, and that's just not true. It just gets rolled into the loan amount, which is amazing.
Right? All right, let's hear a bonus.
Okay, ready for the bonus? Never heard of house hacking? Hit us up. We'll talk about it all day long. You can come to Pints and Properties with us. But house hacking is where you live in a home that has multiple units and you rent those other units out. A common misconception is that you can't use a VA loan for a multifamily property.
And what is a multifamily property? Duplex, triplex, quadplex. The VA loan is the most friendly when it comes to actually purchasing these multifamily properties. Great way to build wealth. And here's the thing, if you are only able to get qualified for $250,000, $300,000 for a single family, and you see a duplex or a triplex for sale out there for $500,000, $600,000, don't immediately think that you can't qualify for that. The VA is actually the most friendly when it comes to factoring in the rent that you're going to be getting from those other units. So you could be surprised and say, oh, I actually could qualify for this $600,000 quadplex, which is income producing, because the VA takes that into account, looks at those other rents, and helps offset your payment. So an amazing way to build wealth.
Yeah, we've seen this in person. We've known about people who've bought $1 million properties that couldn't have qualified for a single family for that amount, but because of the rents that were coming in, they could buy that quadplex. So just keep that in mind. And when you buy properties like this, when you move out and place a tenant in and hold on to it, that just becomes cash flow for you. So think about how much wealth you can build if you eliminate your number one expense, which is housing. So house hacking is a really great way to build wealth early on. It couldn't be better for military members because you've got the zero down opportunity. So really, it is a fantastic thing to take advantage of, especially early on in your career.
It really is.
Well, with that, we hope you enjoyed that video. Give us a like and subscribe if you got some value out of it. If you need any PCS help at all, please hit us up, Military Home Team. You can also find us at our Facebook community, Panhandle PCS. And how can people contact you, Al?
Yeah, you can follow us on Instagram, Mortgage Apex. Follow us on Facebook, Mortgage Apex. And you can also just Google us. We're easy to reach. We're here to help. So Google us, Mortgage Apex in Florida, and you'll find us.
Cheers. We look forward to hearing from you.